Here with Penn State offensive line, Quinn Barham. Quinn, talk about last weekend's victory. It sure looked like it gave you guys a lot more confidence heading into this week.
Oh yeah, last weekend it was great for our team and just for the whole attitude of just the Nittany Nation as well. I think everybody was getting worried about how the season would turn out, and I think last week's game was a pivotal point for us to at least get going and try to turn this thing around. And so we have 5 more games, and we're going to try to win them all.
The running game really got going in the second half at Minnesota. What were you guys able to do up front, maybe differently than you had previous this year?
One thing that the coaches and us as players, we stressed was just staying on blocks longer, and so that holes can't open up and that the backs can't get through them. And I think with backs like Evan, Stefan, even Silas, who had pulled off a couple great runs, I think this happened because we just put in that extra effort, and I think that really paid off. And I think that's what we have to keep doing, keep stressing through the rest of the season.
So looking ahead to Michigan this Saturday night, what have you seen from the Wolverines on film? They run a little bit different scheme than probably other teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they're different. They almost run sort of something similar to how Temple and Alabama played us in a odd stack front. But other than that, we just have to. We've been game planning as usual. It's nothing different that we haven't seen. They're pretty good on D-line, also in the linebackers, and even the secondary. So they're also becoming a great team as well, offensively and defensively. So I think it'll be a tough game.
They seem to play an aggressive style of defense. What types of things do you do up front when you have a defense that plays like that?
You have to be ready for everything. The coaches, they've been throwing different blitzes at us all week, different looks that we may see, because we're not exactly sure yet. It's a variation of things that we may see on Saturday, so they're trying to prepare us for all of it.
With the positive outcome of the Minnesota game under your belt, how much different has practice been this week leading up to Saturday's game?
It hasn't been anything out of the usual. I think guys are more motivated to practice now, and I think part of it's because of the win, and I guess because time is ticking, time is winding down. We have to make a change, and especially with the offensive line, injuries on defense. I think we just have to just turn it up, and it's unfortunate that we have to do it at this point in the season, but I think this is what we needed, and we've had great days of practice yesterday and Monday, and we're going to keep going up until Thursday.
Talk about the job Chima has done. Have you said much to him leading up to his past couple games, first time in the lineup?
That's my roommate.
Yeah, okay.
And he's been doing well. He's been asking me questions about the offense, and he's actually been grasping the offensive scheme pretty quickly, especially from the summer since he got the nod that he would be at tackle. And since Lou went down, he had to step into that role pretty quick. But he's been doing well, and he's been getting better, so it's looking good for him.
Evaluate where you feel like the offensive line as a whole is today. We're heading into week 8 of the season. Where do you feel like the group is right now?
Right now, I think we're still getting better. I mean, still a work in progress, but we are making big strides, and I think Saturday showed that. Coach Joe, he's been on us all season, and he's definitely been on us in the past 2 weeks, and because the season really depends on us. I said that through the offseason, that it's really dependent on us how the season goes on us. And if it goes well, if it doesn't go well, I still take the blame for the offensive line because this is our team. And I think right now we are getting better. Everybody's coming together. And even with Chima being a newcomer in the past 3 weeks, he's gelling with all of us, and everything's working out.
With that being said, 5 more weeks to play. What would you like to see out of the offensive line and the running game, pass protection, whatnot, in the last 5 weeks?
Dominance. I think we've finally realized what we have to do to get a solid win. And like I said, it's unfortunate it took us this long to realize it, but we're going to have to stay on blocks longer. Our pass protection has been pretty good, but not good enough to the fact that Rob is still getting hit, or even Matt's back there getting hit. But I think it has to be dominance and being precise and focused. And that's one thing we're just stressing is being focused and keeping our poise through adversity, fatigue. I think that's been a big issue for us, just trying to focus with the adversity around us. And I think once we get all that together, which is what we're doing now, I think the rest of the season will turn out great.
Talk about Matt a little bit, the job that he was able to come in and do, take control of the huddle on Saturday, throw a touchdown on his second pass. Mm-hmm. Talk about his performance last Saturday.
Oh, his performance was great. We knew he would come in and do a great job. In practice, he's a great leader. He knows the offense, and he knows how to work with us and help us out to protect him, and also block for him and the running backs, receivers, whoever. And he did a great job in there. He led us, and he did a wonderful job. He was very excited, and that translated the rest of the offense, and we turned out great on Saturday.
All right, so Saturday night, it's a night game. The lights are on. When you walk out of the tunnel, what's the first thing that goes through your mind?
Oh man, first thing goes to my mind. It's too much with the crowd. I mean, it's gonna be a whiteout night game, Halloween weekend. There's just so much going on, but we just want to win, and we can't come out there losing. We can't come out with there. I can't come out there with a loss, and I think that this weekend is too big for us to not be focused and not be ready. I mean, it's gonna be on television, big crowd. It's perfect stage.
How much do you feed off of the crowd when you're on the field?
On the field, I don't feed off of that much because I don't really pay attention to that. I can't pay attention. On the sideline, I do pay attention. When defense is out there, I do look around and just see how the crowd may react or if the crowd even paying attention. But other than that, the crowd really doesn't affect me when I'm out there.
All right, so the offense playing Michigan on Saturday. Give me a couple keys to what you want to be able to accomplish this weekend.
This weekend, I at least 150 rushing yards throughout the rushing game, whether it's through Royster, Green, or Red. And we also have goals of offense to at least be 75% in the red zone, if not 100%. Because that's one big thing we've been struggling in the red zone. And also the running game. Obviously, no sacks for whoever the quarterback may be. Most likely it'll be Rob. But we just, as an offensive line, we just want to dominate. And we have goals of getting a certain amount of knockdowns every game, a certain amount of yardage. We just trying to dominate. That's all we want to do on Saturday.
All right, Quinn, we greatly appreciate your time. Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.